When someone disappears, investigators search for clues. A last phone call, a voicemail, a short video clip. Sometimes the missing person leaves behind a recording, not meant to be dramatic, not meant to go viral. Just ordinary audio until it becomes the last known trace of them alive. Tonight we're looking at 5 real cases where recordings left behind by missing persons became deeply unsettling pieces of evidence. And in some cases, they're all we have. 1. Chris Kremers and Lisanne Froon. The Panama phone recordings, 2014. April 2014. Panama. Dutch students, Chris Kremers and Lisanne Froon, disappear while hiking near Bokeh. Days later, their backpack is found. Inside are cameras and cell phones. Investigators recover a series of emergency call attempts. Over 70 calls placed to 911 and local emergency numbers over several days. No voice messages were left, no explanations recorded. But one thing stands out. Most calls were made during daylight hours. Then suddenly, in the middle of the night, dozens of photos were taken in total darkness. No clear subject, just flashes of jungle and sky. The phone logs show battery percentages, timestamps, missed connections. The final phone activity occurs nearly 2 weeks after they vanished. No goodbye message. Just silence after repeated attempts to reach help. The recordings aren't dramatic, but the pattern is haunting. 2 people trying again and again to call for rescue, with no answer. 2. Brandon Swanson. The 47-minute phone call, 2008, May 14th, 2008, Minnesota. 19-year-old Brandon Swanson calls his parents after his car goes off the road. He isn't panicked. He says he's fine. He tells them he'll walk toward a nearby town while they drive to find him. For 47 minutes, Brandon stays on the phone with his father. They talk casually. He describes his surroundings. Then suddenly, Brandon says one word, OS. The line goes dead. The call disconnects. Brandon was never found. Search efforts revealed a nearby river and rough terrain, but no confirmed evidence of what happened after that final word. There's no dramatic screaming, no struggle recorded, just an abrupt ending in the middle of conversation. And that silence has lasted over a decade. 3. Maura Murray. The voicemail message, 2004. February 2004, New Hampshire. Maura Murray crashes her car on a rural road. Witnesses report seeing her near the vehicle before she disappears. Days later, her boyfriend receives a voicemail. The message contains only heavy breathing and what sounds like faint whimpering. The call traced back to a Red Cross number, later determined to be unrelated. The voicemail was eventually ruled likely accidental or misdirected, but for years it fueled speculation. Because when someone is missing, every sound becomes significant. The voicemail remains part of the case file, and Maura Murray has never been found. 4. Brian Schaffer. The last security footage, 2006. April 2006. Columbus, Ohio. Medical student Brian Schaffer enters a bar with friends. Security cameras record him going inside, but he is never seen leaving. Police review hours of surveillance footage. There's no confirmed video of him exiting, no recorded call for help, no farewell message. His last recording is silent security footage, a grainy timestamp showing him walking in and nothing after. No trace. It's one of the most puzzling disappearances caught partially on camera. The unsettling part? If the footage hadn't existed, we wouldn't even know the exact moment he was last seen. 5. Amy Lynn Bradley, the cruise ship announcement, 1998, March 1998. Amy Lynn Bradley disappears from a Royal Caribbean cruise ship. Her father recalls seeing her on their balcony early that morning. Later, she's gone. One haunting element in the case is a ship-wide announcement made searching for her. Passengers later reported hearing her name repeatedly over loudspeakers. Some claim to see a woman matching her description in later years, but there is no confirmed recording of her voice after she vanished. What remains is documentation of last interactions, witness accounts, and announcements echoing through a ship at sea. Sometimes the most disturbing recording is the one where someone's name is called and no one answers. Recordings change disappearances. They freeze a moment in time, a voice mid-sentence, a phone call cut short, an unanswered voicemail. They force us to confront something uncomfortable, the ordinary tone of someone who doesn't know they're about to vanish. No dramatic music, no foreshadowing, just normal speech, and then nothing. Every missing persons case begins with a last moment. Sometimes that moment is recorded, sometimes it isn't. But when it is, it becomes replayed, analyzed, scrutinized, because we believe if we listen closely enough, we might hear the clue that explains everything. Which case disturbed you the most? And do you think recordings help or make disappearances harder to accept?